For many people, life is hectic and complex. We're so busy, working long hours, running kids to and from various activities, and so much more. Too many of us are overscheduled and overburdened. And a fair question to ask is this kind of lifestyle good for us? Good for our physical health? Good for our spiritual health? Last summer, my family traveled through Pennsylvania Dutch country. And as we saw the horse and buggies and peaceful-looking farms, we just found that there was something really intriguing about this lifestyle. And so when I came home, I decided to do a little bit of research and learn more about these interesting people. Now, a lot of people today talk about the Amish, but there are actually three groups of Anabaptists, as they were originally called in the Reformation: the Amish, the Mennonites, and the Brethren. And the Amish are actually the smallest of these three groups. And it's the old order Amish that a lot of people sort of have images of when they think about these people. No public utilities, no motorized vehicles, plain clothes, long beards for men, covered heads for women. Clearly, this lifestyle flies in the face of popular culture. Yet here's an AP study that I found, Amish population booming study finds. And I found another poll that shows the Amish population has grown 84% in the last decade and a half. And the obvious question is why? Why are people drawn to this? And is there anything that we can learn from them? I mean, they seem so backwards to me, but maybe it's me who's confused. Maybe it's me who has my priorities out of whack. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of their practices are unnecessary. I don't buy into it. I mean, like long beards for men. What is the value in that? I mean, personally, it just brings back bad memories when I tried to grow a beard in college, which looked like an Amish beard, by the way, and I've never grown one since. Or how about shunning people from the community? Is this really the most effective way to show love? And I disagree with their views on war. An extreme pacifist position, which they normally hold, I just think is dangerous and foolish in a world filled with evil. Yet at the same time, I bet I can learn something from the Amish. Remember a few years ago when the Amish community showed forgiveness after a man brutally executed 5 little girls in a one-room schoolhouse? Would I be Christian enough to do that? And where do they get that from? And how about not using electricity? At first, that just sounds preposterous to me. There's no commandment in the Bible that says, "Thou shalt not use electricity." Been through the whole book. Not there. However, look at how many Americans are addicted to TV, video games, often violent ones, the internet, and all that that entails, and more. Would we be better off without these influences? Would our families be stronger? Would the thoughts in our heads be more godly? When we visit my mom's old house up in Pennsylvania, there's no TV or computer, and I absolutely love it. And my kids, who would love to watch TV and play on the computer, don't even seem to notice after their initial complaints. They go outside and they climb trees, and they let bugs climb up their arms, and they invent new games, and they find new things to do, healthy things, and it's so refreshing. And then there's our communication devices, cell phones, Blackberries. I was at the playground a couple weeks ago with my 2 boys, and there was a father there with his one son who was about 4 years old, and the little boy just wanted to play with his dad, but the whole time the guy sat on the bench looking down into his Blackberry. And listen, I know sometimes you have to take your communication devices with you. You need to communicate with work, even on vacation. I know that happens sometimes, and it's appropriate sometimes. But I just get the sense that, especially men, we do this too much. It's become a habit to us, and we're missing out on some of the most precious things in life, and most important things in life. Now listen, I'm not about to cut off electricity from our house, or even get rid of my cell phone. But the Amish have reminded me that a more simple, peaceful lifestyle has so many benefits. So I'd like to encourage you to do a little bit of research on the Amish. You can easily find information in a bookstore or on the internet. You might choose not to become Amish. I mean, seriously, I can't imagine driving around the Capitol Beltway in a horse and buggy in Washington, D.C. But still, maybe we can adapt some of their practices for our circumstances and our worlds. And if we can do that, I bet you it will be a blessing. And I bet you our lives will be better.